I further give the explanations by Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharshi about self-realization or Atma Shakshatkara. This will be in the form of questions put by devotees to Maharshi and thereby reply by the Maharshi. Question: what is the self referred to in Atma Sansthan, fixing it in the self? Maharshi replies: do you not know yourself? You certainly exist, or do you deny your existence? The question may arise, who is this self? Only if you do not exist, but you cannot ask anything unless you exist at the same time. Your question shows that you exist. Find out who you are, that's all. Next question. I have read many books, but my mind does not turn to the self. Maharshi Ramana replies, because the self is not in the books, but it is in you. Reading books makes one learned. That is its purpose, and it is fulfilled. Question: what is Atma Shakshatkara, self-realization? Maharshi replies, you are the Atma self, and that Sakshat here and now also. Where is the place for Kara, accomplishment in it? This question shows that you think you are the non-self, or you think that there are two selves, the one to realize the other. It is absurd that you identify yourself with the gross body lies at the root of this question. Well, this question arises now. Did it arise in your sleep? Did you not exist then? Certainly you did exist in sleep. What is the difference between these two states? That the question should arise now, but not in sleep. Now you think that you are the body. You see things around you and you want to see the self in a similar manner. Such is the force of habit. The senses are mere instruments of perception. You are the seer, remain as the seer only. What else is there to see? Such is the state in deep sleep. Therefore, this question does not arise then. Atma Shakshatkara, self-realization, is thus only anatma nirasana, giving up the non-self. Atma Shakshatkara, that is self-realization. Mind and senses try their best to get you immersed in Maya all the time. It is as difficult as making Ganga river to flow back to its source, to make the mind rest on Atma by repeatedly training the mind through Omkara or Gayatri Mantra or Rama Nama Japa. Restless mind should be made to concentrate on Atma to achieve peace of mind, happiness, bliss in this life, and also to avoid repeated birth-death cycle. Shruti says, Atma va are drishtavya shrotavya manthavyo nididhyasanathavya. Yajnavalkya tells to his wife Maitreyi that Atma only to be seen, heard, repeated in mind, concentrated on it. Take back the mind inside you to Hriday, where Atma is seemingly located. Repeated effort, patience, determination, renunciation, and intense bhakti should take over you. The self is without thought, make it impossible for the thought oriented mind to think at all, causing the mind to get settled on the self. Let not the mind to think anything else. We have to meditate always on the self which is beyond the reach of the mind and extolled as the supreme bliss. We have been brought up from our childhood to pray God as if He is outside us, as source of supreme power, and He will grant whatever we pray for. This thought has to be wiped out, and in its place, I am Atma, that is Brahma, I am Shiva, has to be firmly established. All places, all directions, all times are conducive for the sadhana, practice of yoga of self. Differences of caste, social status, gender cannot cause any difference in the progress, knowledge, and experience of this yoga, just as color of milk is white, color of cows many. Now the question arises as to how Antahkarna mind is able to experience self. Experiencing self is definitely possible, as we have seen many saints talk about that experience, and from their experience many others are getting guided towards this illumination. Following sloka from Karika of Sri Godapajacharya, Shankaracharya's Guru says, Atma Satyanu Bodhina na Sankalpayathe yada emanastham tadha yathi grahya bhave thadagraham. If one gets the knowledge of that soul is real, Satya, mind will not give any sense of form, then mind becomes mindless, amanas, because mind's sensing faculty and its result both will vanish. There is no shape or form to sense when concentrating on self. Hence, mind becomes incapable to grasp or stick to any form and becomes mindless. We can observe a similar situation during deep sleep also, when mind rests on prana. Thus, in mindless state, everything is seen as Atma only and nothing else, which is called Amnastva. Mind merges in Atma. Then the so-called Atma Shakshatkara takes place. In the case of a yogi who has accomplished Kundalini Jagrati, Samadhi state remaining as Atma is easy, as mindless state is achieved instantly and repeatedly, depending on his duration of meditation and frequency. As mentioned earlier, Atma is always Shakshat, here and now. Kara, accomplishment, is always there, hence irrelevant. As I am only Atma and there is nothing in between blocking it. Word Shakshatkara gives wrong usage, as I am experienced by myself. other forms of worship, bathing in holy waters, japa or name oblations to fire as sacrifice, none of these are needed. Fruits of dharma or adharma, water oblations to forefathers, none of these are for him. Highest level of purusartha, achievement in human birth, is the experience of self. Please note there is nothing else need be known or achieved other than this. The face of the person who has experienced Atma shines bright and remains peaceful. He is beyond Maya and not affected by it. Maya is the source of all action. No action need be performed as he is actionless and liberated. He has attained awareness. So, this is the brief explanation by Ramana Maharshi to achieve the phenomenon of self-realization leading to liberation. Thank you for watching this video. Namaskar.